Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat. Boy, I'll tell you what, we had just the most amazing time in XRP Las Vegas. That conference was not a conference, it was truly a celebration. Wow, I just felt the camaraderie and the spirit of the place. It was just something electric. Anyone that was there will tell you the room was filled with sheer joy. It was truly amazing. I've been to many conferences in my life, both professional and, Christian conferences and things like that. And I'll tell you, this one ranks among the absolute top 5 that I have ever been to in terms of atmosphere. It was truly something else. I just felt like I was part of a family. It was almost like a family reunion. I met some amazing, loving, generous, kind, beautiful people that really came up. And I'll tell you, the spirit of affirmation and just true, genuine happiness to meet somebody. I was really, Judy and I were just dumbfounded. We were so struck with such grace and love and acceptance. It was truly amazing. Some of the folks that we met, I'm going to go through a list of a bunch of them. Hey, and by the way, sometimes it is really tough to remember all the names and stuff like that, but I'll tell you, I truly was touched. Judy and I were so touched. And I remember when we were walking in, first person we met was Jason, and Jason came up and said, "Hey, how you doing?" And it was just such a pleasure to just get that, that connection right off the top when we met with Jason and things like that. And then ran into Todd. Todd, you are just such an amazing guy. We really enjoyed you so much. It was great to just have that time to sit down and talk like that. And then, we went out for breakfast and we met Ray and Z, just a beautiful couple who happen to live right out in our neck of the woods, very close to us out here in the Dallas, Texas area, and we can't wait to be able to connect with them again. It was just amazing. And of course, Diana, beautiful soul, and just to be able to meet with you and just hoping, hey, you were cheering me on that we would be actually able to get there, and we made it. And she sees me and says, "David, you made it." And that was just such a blessing as well. And just met so many great people. We met Frank and Rick, you guys from Utah. Wow, what a great blessing. Oh, and guys, you know what? I also met up with Jimmy Void. And Jimmy, you gave me such a great hat. I just want to say thank you. That was really amazing as well. Met a couple of brothers from Canada. And hey, guys, you gave me my very first physical XRP coin. It was something else. I really want to thank you for that. That was truly something also. And, we just met so many amazing and wonderful people. I met with, I went out at one night, and Saturday night. Now, I'm not a drinking type or anything like that, but I thought I would go down and just sit with some folks, and it was really a great time. And I met with a bunch of people down there, and Trisha, met with Trisha and Devin, who, by the way, drove all the way from Oklahoma City. And I thought, wow, this guy's committed. He's driving it all that way to come to the conference. That was truly something else there. And Brooke, who's also up in that Oklahoma way, she was really great to come over. And I was really genuinely humbled. Judy and I were both so touched and moved by all the folks that reached out to us. And I just want to say thank you. You guys are just the absolute best community. And for those that were actually there, you put down in the comments how electric it truly was. I'm not making this up. It was just so filled with such joy. It was absolutely amazing. Now, having said that, I want to get into some of the nitty-gritties that took place during that conference so that you guys can get kind of like a little bit of an in. And I'm sure there's going to be other influencers out there that will even be able to put in a lot more than what I'm putting in. But Brad Garlinghouse did show up on Friday night. And when he showed up on Friday night, because Judy and I, we didn't even know if we were going to make it to the conference because of what was going on with our home situation with Mom and stuff like that. But by God's grace, Mom would have been so excited that we were able to go. And it was a great blessing to be there. It was a great relief for our spirits as well, having just, lost Mom and that. And actually, though, for us, there was a celebration there too, because Mom went home to be with Jesus in glory and in complete victory. I'll tell you what, one of the most amazing experiences of my life was being there when Mom went home to be with the Lord. But needless to say, what ended up happening on Friday is Brad Garlinghouse shows up. And I guess that they just went wild, of course. And Brad gets up there and he thanks this community for their dedication and their support, and just what a great testament it has been for him to see this kind of reaction from the XRP community. And he absolutely came out there and said, we are going to win this thing. He was very, forward and positive about that. That was one of the biggest highlights of this whole thing. And he was there really as a, not so much to give information, but there is a great support. And I want to say thanks, Brad, for coming out and really, really giving this community your votes of support as well. It meant a great deal, absolutely 100%. Now, some of the actual sessions that were had, wow, amazing sessions. One of the ones that I really enjoyed was when Jake Claver and Clinton Donnelly were there on stage. And these guys were really talking about, hey, and Patrick Riley was on there as well from Reaper Financial. He was on that panel too. And these guys were really talking about those of us that are already holders of XRP. You know what? In reality, a lot of us are already rich. We just don't know it yet because of what's coming down the road. And it was about money management. And I thought, wow, this one is absolutely stupendous. They were talking about how to build out wealth, what it is to be generous and give, and when you do give, to give strategically and have a plan in place for doing it, and a management plan for your wealth when you actually start bringing it in. And I've been in finance for the majority of my life, and the truth of the matter is there are really not a lot of great educational programs out there that teach the average folks how to deal with wealth when it comes. And one thing that Jake Claver pointed out is, hey, you know what? A lot of folks that have won big time lottery, pots and jackpots, and even some, really popular and famous, athletes and things like that don't really know a lot about how to manage money. Oftentimes you see down the road, they're in a place where they've either spent it all, gave it all away, lost it, or haven't really, that they've just come right back to where they were. And it's so vitally important to have financial management in place. So Judy and I had a chance to get out there and talk with Jake one-on-one, and just thought, hey, look, this is something we're interested in. By the way, he's in our local area as well. So we're going to actually have him over. We're going to use his services, I think, for ourselves. And on top of that, we want to bring him out to the community just to be able to do like an interview with him where he can get into that nitty gritty and bring that to you. For those of you who couldn't go to the conference, we want to bring the conference to you. And so I think that one will be really exciting, and we're looking forward to do that within the next couple to 3 weeks here. So I think that will be awesome. Now, having said that, some of the other sessions that we had watched were truly amazing. And another one I really loved was the one where John Deaton and Jeremy Hogan got together and really were breaking down this case. And one of the big things that had came out, now we've all heard about the whole splitting the baby deal, but I want to break this down for you. So John Deaton had said, look, the absolute max latest that he thinks that we will have to wait to see a decision is going to be September 29th. And he said that because, these judges have to report to Congress after a certain period of time with respect to why or why not they have not made a decision on a particular case. He said most judges, they avoid it like the plague because, of course, if they have aspirations to get in a circuit appeals court or maybe be appointed to the Supreme Court, they don't ever want to have kind of these things on the record. So he's really feeling quite confident that around that August time that we're probably going to get a big decision. Now, who knows? We've been hearing lots of dates and we've been waiting and things like that. Hasn't happened yet. But guys, we know every day we are definitely getting closer and a decision is going to come. And when it does, both of them are 100% confident that Ripple is going to see a win. Now, with the splitting the baby deal, what that's all about is that, hey, they could come out, the decision could come out and say, hey, maybe a certain percentage way back in the beginning there did constitute investment contracts, and there may be some sort of a decision on that, but that the future secondary market sales for XRP, they're not going to be classified as securities. And these are two legal experts that have really put a lot of effort into this case, and those guys are coming out there saying, hey, look, we do not feel in any way that this is going to be a loss for Ripple, and that was very encouraging, I'll tell you what. And by the way, I want to say this about John Deaton. I'll tell you, Judy and I, we were standing way off on the side of the stage there, and John was way over on the other side. And, he brought his little daughter, beautiful little girl, to come out. And Judy and I were standing over there, and we were looking over, and there you saw John Deaton, just as gentle as can be, dancing around with his little girl. I'll tell you what, boy, that put a human face on this guy. Just a great heart. You know what? A lot of people gave him a lot of criticism when he came out in the beginning to really represent this community. And the truth of the matter is, the guy was doing it because he thought, hey, this is an injustice going on here. He got all kinds of criticism that this was a cash grab for him and all this kind of stuff. Boy, I'll tell you, the work that he has put in for this community has been something amazing. I'll tell you. And we saw some other really great presentations come out. Those two right there really kind of resonated with me in a big way as to what's happening in this community now. Another one that was really great that I loved was you had Bob Ray on stage there, and he was talking about, a lot of the new developments on the XRP ledger, and really amazing. Remember, this guy was like the number 10 in the 10th person hired by Ripple, and he was out there and he was talking about all the new developments that are coming up and on the XRP ledger. He's talking about the metaverse and different things like that, and the exciting things that we're seeing built on the XRP ledger are truly amazing. And we also got a great presentation from Quincy Jones. Now, I had great opportunity to meet with Quincy and talk, and thought, hey, Quincy would be an amazing guest on the channel to get out there and really explain the technicals with respect to this system, because some people, they know it so well, but they can't articulate it in a way that the rank and file like you and I can kind of like absorb it. And so we may have Quincy on the program in the not too distant future as well to kind of go over and talk about some of these, how these ecosystems truly work, what tokenization truly is, and what it looks like in the real world. And I think that would be absolutely fantastic. He has just such a great spirit, such a kind, guy. I'll tell you what, one thing that impressed me the most in this whole thing, Judy and I were able to meet up with Digital Asset Investor and the official father of the Digital Asset Investor channel. What a truly amazing guy. So we were standing in line, to meet him. And of course, obviously there's other people in front. This guy, when I observed him, he was looking right in the eyes of the person that he was talking to when he was talking. There was no rush. There was no push. He wasn't looking through them at who else was in the line. And I thought, boy, that is a genuine deal. He gives 100% of his intention. And I thought that guy deserves such great level of respect for doing that. Just showing people how valuable and important they truly are. It was really amazing. And other people like that, these influencers like Blockchain Backer, really genuine guy, got up there and to meet him. And I watched these folks. I observed them. Even Mr. Intuitive, how generous they were with their time and the community. And look, some of these guys hadn't even met one another outside of this XRP, Vegas conference. And Brad Kimes and Danielle, what amazing hosts and hostesses. Truly salt of the earth kind of people. I really wish y'all could have been there. It was genuinely electric. It was amazing. It was something else. And I just saw such beauty of the human spirit while I was there. Such a united, group of people, and genuinely filled with joy. Do you think that these people are all discouraged because, the price of XRP hasn't done this or that? Absolutely no way. It just amazed me at the level of people that were there and how they interacted with folks. And, Linda P. Jones being there. And I saw Jimmy Valley. We got to talk a little bit. Really an amazing guy. Guys, you know what? A lot of people have given him a raw deal in the fact that, he was really looking out for the XRP community in case there was some sort of a situation where there was a confiscation or a buyback. Now, I personally don't believe that either one of those two things are going to, come to pass. But the reality is, hey, he at least was out there thinking of this community and how that could impact us and trying to get a valuation. So if that ever eventuality did happen, that, hey, they wouldn't be taking it off of us for 10 cents a piece kind of deal. And, it was really great to sit down and kind of get his mind. It was really something else. That was really a blessing. So many great folks I met, and talked with and stuff like that. And I'll tell you, it touched us in a great way. And if you have a chance to get out there and go to this conference next year, I would really say go for it. It is worth every dollar. Judy and I just enjoyed it so much. And the people that we met, genuine, beautiful, kind, spirit-filled people. The way I looked at it, they had such a spirit of joy on them. It was something crazy. And look, for those of you that weren't there, like I said, Judy and I want to bring the conference to you. So some of those big highlights and some of those guys that were on those panels, we're going to be having them on the channel so that you can kind of get the benefit of what we got while we were there. Yeah, you'll miss out on the atmosphere because it was truly something, but you'll get the information, which is even much more vitally important. I'll tell you what, Judy and I thought a lot over this weekend, contemplating and things like that. And the one thing that we wanted to just make sure that we get out there is that everybody at least gets the opportunity and the exposure to what this new digital system is coming, how it changed our lives, how we really can see that it can definitely change your lives. Don't despise the day of small beginnings. That's a scripture thing. Don't despise the day of small beginnings, because everything starts with such a small seed and then grows into such a big tree. You know what? It's amazing, what we're going to see in the future and how it's going to really transform the world. Judy and I, I'll tell you what, we don't want you missing it. We don't want you missing it. We love you. We want you to be blessed. We want to see you prosper. We want to see you achieve those dreams and goals. Get out from under this system of oppression and debt. You are not made to live under all of this debt and, discouragement and having a nose to the grindstone and literally become the working poor. That is not how we were meant to live. We were meant to prosper. We were meant to thrive. We were created to enjoy this earth. And that's really where I believe that we, really desire to see that. That's kind of ingrained in most of us. And it's not that we want to achieve it so we can lord it over kind of other people, but no, because we want our dreams to become a reality. Don't give up on your dreams just because somebody else has. You believe, just keep going. I'm absolutely convinced, guys, that most people they don't achieve their dreams, not because the opportunity wasn't there, but because they lose the resolve. They lose the resolve to do it. And I understand how it happens because, look, I remember when that was my situation. My head was in a cloud. I was going through great levels of discouragement and felt like, maybe I'm just going to acquiesce to this. I know that feeling. When you fall down enough times or you get pushed down enough times, you kind of think to yourself, well, maybe this is it for me. And you kind of just acquiesce. And I love that quote from, Michael Jordan, where he says, I missed every shot I never took. Because this is the deal. It didn't mean he made every shot he did take. But if you stop making shots, you're not going to make any. So keep making those shots. Keep believing. Keep pressing on. And don't think that a small amount can't make a big difference either, because I'll tell you what, some of our biggest performers for Judy and I were the ones where we had put in just the littlest bit. It can happen, guys. It happened for us. And, we're real people. When you listen to Judy and I, I'm going to tell you something. You're not getting second, third hand. You're getting the real goods, what really happened in our lives personally. what really did take place. And I'm telling you, I believe it can happen to others too. And I think it's going to happen again soon. I really feel that we're on that, just on that threshold to see something truly amazing take off. Now, guys, I know this has been one of the longest coffee chats that we have ever had, but I really wanted to get out there and say a great big thank you to just each and every one of you. An amazing community, the love and support. It really, really, it humbled us in a big, big way. And we're so, so grateful. And just to give you that shot back in the arm and say, you are worth it. You are valuable and you can make it. And if we can make it, you can make it. And this community, I'll tell you, what an amazing community that you're a part of. Just don't get discouraged. You know, yes, it's a long haul, but we're going to make it there together. And we are really looking forward to seeing it happen for you. Absolutely. So guys, I'll tell you what, got a bunch of great things planned over the next few weeks and months of having some great folks on so that we can actually just give as much information and get as much encouragement out there as possible and just put the best of the best in your hands so that you can succeed as well. So we love you, we thank you, and we're just so grateful. And I'll tell you what, until later on today, when we have an amazing video that we want to get out to you, I hope you have a fantastic Monday, great start of your week. And until then, guys, take care.